just to reflect on Boris Johnson's legacy, and one thing which I think actually we would all welcome was that focus. You can argue about whether it was delivered, but the focus on levelling up. That's something that we haven't really seen at the top of any Prime Minister's agenda, to talk about the sort of constituencies which you represented, which I used to represent, both now in the hands of Conservatives. That's absent. But has levelling up happened in Grimsby?
I think that there are some signs that efforts have been made, but the delivery has not really rolled out, certainly at the speed that people expected. And now we're 3 years down the line since Boris Johnson was re-elected, 2.5 if you're going to be pedantic about it. But those changes really haven't happened, and people expected more than just a little bit of a facelift in some areas. They wanted that to mean real change and depth of change and growth of opportunities. And as yet, I just don't think that that's filtering through to the vast majority of people who are in those seats that chose to vote Conservative in 2019. And I think it was a particular brand of conservatism that, it was Boris Johnson that they were voting for, his kind of enthusiasm and his energy to bring about change in those areas. And I think that they were led astray, really, because some of the issues are incredibly deep-seated. They can't be turned around overnight. And the promises that were made were that, get Brexit done, all of your public services will be properly funded with the money coming back from that, and then we'll be able to cut red tape and deliver lots of new jobs and lots of opportunity. And the reality for lots of people is that they are really struggling, that the job landscape has not significantly shifted to make them feel like they have got more opportunity. And I think there's been a bit of a lack of focus on education and skills that actually is needed to get people up to a level where companies are prepared to invest, to grow, and get people in those local areas into those jobs. And I think there was just a report out yesterday that showed that still the South East and London in particular, in terms of funding coming from government and other various sources, is still outstripping the rest of the country enormously. And that isn't a good legacy for Boris Johnson.